strong.
Peace, love, and fish. How you guys doing? I'm Dan Woods. Welcome to another video here on our channel. And this is a unique video because I find myself in a situation that I didn't think I would ever find myself in. As you can see, this is not a tank that's ever been featured in any of our photos on Instagram or on our YouTube channel. This is an all-new tank, and this tank has an interesting story. The other night, we found ourselves in the situation that you hear about all the time on YouTube, in different fish communities, and on Facebook and stuff like that, and even talking to people at your local fish store. We came across the trio. We don't have names for them yet right now. We're just calling them the trio because there are three of them. As you can see, they are beautiful, large tiger Oscars. Now, I say that you've heard about this story many times before, and it's because there's been many videos about the cautions of having tiger Oscars in tanks too small. Well, the other night we were perusing the internet and we came across a classified ad for 3 Oscars in a 25-gallon tank. And the person who had these had the best of intentions. They wanted to find them a good home, whether it was splitting them up or whether it was selling the whole unit together. And we as a family sat down and discussed this and reached out to the person who had these fish and explained to them that we wanted to take them off their hands and to give them a better home. Now, I myself have even been guilty of keeping fish in a tank too small for too long. I've talked about it before. I always have the best of intentions, and sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than you normally think it would. That's kind of what happened to this guy. Unfortunately, he also ran into the situation where the Oscars started to get really aggressive with one another and really kind of took its toll on that 25-gallon tank. They were beating each other up, they were beating the equipment up in the tank, and it had just gotten too much for that gentleman to handle, and he made the right decision in getting them out of that situation and getting them into, well, this. Also a tank we don't have a name for yet. But what happened was we contacted that person, we went and made the about 50 or 55 mile trek from where they were at to the new home base here, and then we had to scramble. Because as many of you know from watching our videos, the largest tank we have in our collection is 40 gallons. Well, in the process of rescuing these fish, we knew we had a couple of smaller quarantine tanks that we could set up in a hurry until we could find something. Well, as luck would have it, on a different classified site, we actually found this beautiful 75-gallon custom aquarium with a stand for I can't believe it was $100. Absolutely beautifully stunning tank, $100. So we managed to pull off the deal of the century, get it home a couple of hours after we got the other fish here and separated into quarantine tanks to make sure that they were healthy. And then we started the long process of getting this tank cycled and ready to go as fast as we could in a safe way so that we could get these 3 and their 2 little hitchhikers. There are actually 2 Cory cats in there too that are pretty decent size. But so the trio made it into this tank about 15 hours after we had rescued them and made the long trek back to the home base here for Peace, Love, and Fish. So I never thought I would find myself in a situation where we were rescuing fish from another individual, or that we would really be in this situation, but my wife and I felt that we just really had to do what was in the best interest of these fish. We also absolutely love tiger Oscars. As you know, we have Al, our albino tiger Oscar. who we were already aware needed a larger tank. These three do still need a larger tank. 75 gallons for these three it is still a little bit too small. So we will be monitoring these guys. As of right now, everything's really good. They started to eat today, and they've really been enjoying having space to move around. But we're going to make the best decision possible for these three fish, whether it be us finding a larger tank or maybe rehoming one or two of these large fish to somebody else who can take care of them properly. But for the time being, we're going to enjoy having the trio as a part of our collection. I'm really happy to say that they're moving around and they're doing quite well. Although I am kind of concerned we have 2 males and 1 female in there. It's a little difficult sometimes to sex the Oscars, but just their behavior sometimes is starting to make me wonder. Either way, the trio is going to be happy and healthy in no time, and we couldn't be happier about it. So as you know, we name all of our tanks here at Peace, Love, and Fish, and we name our fish. Right now we're just affectionately calling these three the trio, but we really need to come up with some names, not only for the fish, but definitely for the tank. I will say this is not the final iteration of the tank. It was put together so quickly. We still need some more substrate, we need something to do with the background, and we need to come up with a permanent lighting solution. All of those things will be taken care of in the next week or so. We'll definitely do some updated videos as we go along. The filtration system needs to get a serious upgrade. Right now we're using a couple of different hang-on back filters to make sure that we have enough filtration. Right now it does look a little bit foggy. Again, when you put sand substrate in there and you do things as quickly in a hurry as we did, sometimes you just have to go through that ugly phase. I will say this, the water tested absolutely wonderfully. We threw every trick we had in the book at this tank to make sure that we could get them into this tank as soon as possible. But it is starting to clear out much better, and over the next few days, I'm pretty sure we'll have a very pristine tank like we have the rest of them. If you have an idea for a name for the trio's tank, drop it in the comments below. And like I've said before, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and help us out. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you get updates on all of our tanks, whether it's the new tank for the trio. See, they're already loving the camera, folks. They want to be YouTube famous also. Also, we have a new update coming up very soon with the Bad Decisions saltwater tank, and we are going to feature some of our other freshwater tanks as well. So make sure you hit that notification button and subscribe away. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us. Remember, it's all about peace, love, and fish.